Good group coming on here. Good morning and welcome to Tea Time with Tucker. It's Tuesday morning and thank you for joining us today on this OREA conversation. We're going to talk about the perks of membership. Real briefly before we get started and hear from your Executive Director, Sabra Tucker, I just want you to grab a pen and paper because today is very interactive. I'm going to give you some activation codes and things like that. But before we do that, just a couple of quick housekeeping reminders. All participants are in a listen-only mode. So if you've got questions or you want to chat, drop them into chat and feel free to put them there. We'll stop periodically and check along the way. Because this is an interactive webinar, more so, at the end, we're going to go do a live session and show you some things. So feel free to drop into chat places you want to look at. If you're doing some traveling in the summer, Sabra and I were just talking about the beach. We can talk about places to go on the beach, ways to save money, stuff like that. And then if you've got any deeper questions about the AMBA relationship, the products, anything that we do with OREA, you can also take your smartphone, open up your camera feature, hover over that QR code at the bottom, and a little form will pop up. You can ask questions about that as well, and we'll get rolling with that. So thank you for joining us today. I want to bring in Sabra and just talk a little bit about, I know summer has kind of have us winding down a little bit, but it's not. You mentioned that you're going 90 miles an hour with your hair on fire. Tell us kind of how the legislative agenda, how it wrapped up, what are you thinking, and then what some of your units are doing out there.
Well, our legislature did adjourn sine die on time, but we already have special sessions scheduled for about the middle of this month. And so they will be coming back and making some decisions on what to do with the ARPA, the American Rescue Plan funds. And the governor has also called, the legislature called their own special session, and then the governor called a special session to discuss some tax cuts that he wants to put into place. So it is ongoing, and still no cost of living adjustment is part of that conversation. So we know that after this election cycle, which will be very important, I hope everybody will get out and vote. Oklahoma's primary is the last Tuesday of the month of June. And so if you have a race in your district, be sure and get out and vote for all of our elections and exercise your privilege of being an American. And if you have any questions about any of the issues or candidates, certainly feel free to reach out to our office. We can provide you some voter education on those issues. Also, the League of Women Voters in Oklahoma is very good about putting out information for our election system. So I'd like to give them a shout out for that. And my goodness, we have been busy. We have people going to meetings this summer to represent retired educators. We have people, our retired educators across the state have closed out the year for the most part and planning for next year already. So retirees are on the move. They never slow down, it seems like. But I hope a lot of them will be able to get in some recreation time this summer, John, maybe go have a little vacation or visit family or grandchildren. Maybe see some sites that you haven't ever gotten to see before. There's lots of wonderful things to do right here in this country, wonderful things to do and see. And so I love summer travel. There's just something about the long hours of daylight that gives lots of opportunity. I always feel better traveling during when the sun is up. You can see better. I think nighttime should be for resting now. I don't want to drive at night anymore. And so I know AMBA has some great deals out there to save a little money on hotels and all kinds of things. So I'm anxious to hear about this as well today. I think this is going to be fun.
Great. Well, I appreciate that. And again, it was so much fun being with your group up there back in April. It's hard to believe it's all over 2 months ago that we had that.
I know.
That was fast. And then everybody got together and they're starting to have local unit meetings, take off for the summer, start back up for the fall. I highly encourage those of you on the call today, check out the Facebook page that OREA has. There's so many different postings out there on activities, events. If your unit gets together and puts something, take a picture, send it in to us. Let us know so we can post it out there, get more people. If you're putting your calendar together for next year, for the fall, please do that as well. So Saber, thank you so much for watching out over the legislative issues for us and what you do there to keep the OREA group rolling. So thank you much.
You bet. It's my privilege and pleasure.
Absolutely. So thank you very much, Saber, for sharing with you. Again, my name is John Green with Association Member Benefits Advisors. I live a little bit north of Houston with my wife, who is a elementary school teacher. And I've got 3 adult kids, all in different phases of college, early marriage, and career. I started my schooling in Bethany, Oklahoma, at Lake Park Elementary. I think it's Lake Park Elementary or Park Lake Elementary School. Kindergarten and the first grade down there in the left-hand corner. My wife, as I mentioned, is a second grade elementary school teacher. We took a quick vacation using what we're going to show you today and save some money on that. She's back teaching summer school. But I've spent most of my career in the classroom as well, but helping educators understand what their retirement years are going to look like. So I appreciate the opportunity to join you today and share a little bit about who we are and some of the discounts, the fun stuff that comes with your membership. But as Saber mentioned, OREA is out there working for you in a lot of different ways. First and foremost, looking out for your pension, what you worked so hard all your career for. Also looking for ways that they can continue to preserve your health benefit stipend, any type of cost of living increases, supporting bills that also support those active educators as well, that will eventually become members of OREA. And as we saw with the convention coming back in face-to-face here past in April, keeping you connected to members of your local community, whether at a state level or at your local unit level, is so important, and OREA supports that. And then on top of that, they offer you all sorts of benefits and discounts and freebies and stuff like that as well. We're going to talk about that in just a moment and really hit upon some of the new discounts that are out there for you. Just a quick reminder, we have a team of AMBA representatives that are in Oklahoma. David Moritz is your leader in the area there. 4 of his more seasoned or senior advisors in that area, Paula Patterson, Courtney Roberts, Mandy Six, and Mark Crane, are all across the state. Mandy and Mark are more in the eastern part. Courtney's there around Oklahoma City, and Paula's down in the southwestern part of the state. But they're there to help you for whatever needs you have, whether it's individually or whether your unit wants to have a special speaker. They're armed with special slides. They're armed with several presentations on an educational nature that they can come out to the fall. So please get a hold of David or myself. We'll be glad to help set up your whole fall calendar and make sure that you've got the best type of programming available to you, that you can invite people to come be a part of your local association and your local unit and feel like they've left with some value, some real good education as well. And these folks are glad to help you out. So you may have talked to them before, seen them face-to-face at the conventions or in your home. But again, I wanted to share you with these individuals. That way that whenever you hear from them and say, hey, this is Mandy or Mark or Courtney or Paula, you know who they are. You can put a face to a name. So we thank you for allowing us to serve you. Again, part of our relationship with AMBA and OREA is to make sure that you have those gaps covered, that whenever you left your district, that you lost some of those benefits at the schoolhouse there. And they're portable for whatever reason. Saber mentioned traveling. Saber mentioned, we've got members that live out of state as well. You can take these benefits with you wherever you want to go. You can extend these benefits to your family members, whether it be your parents, to family members that may have lost the benefits because they aged out of them, things like that. And because we do have some OREA members that take on a second career after they leave the schoolhouse, the proper planning for even your parents can help prevent you from having an extended loved one need to have care. You can take care of them as well. So David has joined us. David, I'm going to go back real quickly and let you kind of reintroduce your team and tell us where they are. So thank you for joining us this morning. I kind of introduced who everybody was, but I didn't exactly tell where they were in the state.
Yeah, good morning. Sorry, I was finishing up a meeting there. Thank you all for being on here. First up with Paula. She's just outside of the Lawton area, just north of there in Medicine Park. So that's where Paula Patterson is. And then Courtney Roberts is in the Edmond, Oklahoma City area, kind of right near downtown Edmond there. And then Mark Crane up kind of northeastern part of the state there in Bartlesville. So he's just north of Tulsa. And then Mandy just a little northeast of Tulsa Tulsa, closer to Claremore. So that's kind of where everyone's at. I'm over here Northwest Oklahoma City / Edmond as well, and just trying to be in about all the parts of the state that we can be to help everyone. Thanks, John.
You bet. And David, I was sharing with them that coming up this fall, if they've got a unit meeting that they want to have a speaker come to, that your folks and yourself are armed with special slide presentations that can share as well. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, we'd love, I know the summer, usually that stuff, kind of winds down as you guys prep and prepare for the upcoming, school year, and the fall and winter and everything. So we'll be happy to and be glad to share, updates and benefits and changes with you guys. And, won't take much time at all, but we've got agents around the state ready and able to.
Great. Thank you very much, David, for joining us. We appreciate that. Again, if you've got questions or comments, or you want to reserve some of David's time for the fall, drop that into chat and we can start filling up that calendar to take care of you as well. Our goal today is a kind of a fun one. We're going to introduce you to some discounts. We're going to introduce you to the discount program. We're going to show you some of the latest discounts, even if you have already been on these webinars before, already familiar with it. There's some new ones that are out there. Ways to stretch your dollar. Everybody knows with inflation right now, we need to make those pension checks stretch a little further. We're going to show you that. And then I'm going to show you how you can really make a difference in your local area for some local businesses and save money at the same time. I'm going to show you how to recommend new businesses to get added on here. But before we get started, let's take a quick poll. I want to find out what your summer plans are. So I've launched this poll out there. You can answer as many of these as you want to. It's multiple choice. So just tell me if you're going to stay at home, you're going to travel across the country, you're going to go out of the country, shopping online, whatever, anything like that. Let me know what you're doing. That way I can kind of gear our conversation this way a little bit. I want to customize this presentation just a little bit for the group, just simply because it's easy to do. And I want to be able to take you to certain websites and things like that. So I'll leave this up for just a few more seconds here. We've got a pretty good spread of folks that are traveling, which I love that, but some folks are just hanging at home, which is good too. I can tell you once it gets over 100 degrees, it's not much fun to get out there and do stuff. So we're going to stop this. I'm going to share the results. So we've got a real good group, 90% of you getting ready to head somewhere else other than Oklahoma. So we're going to talk about some really specific things there for those of you who are going out of the country, even staying home. We're going to talk about some things as well. So let's go ahead and jump right in here. So grab a pen and paper because I'm going to give you some activation codes, but I also want to show you some places to go and some different discount providers. So write these down so that whenever I show you the website, you can go out there as well. This is the My AMBA Discounts program. It is free for you as a member of OREA. Just in what you're going to find that you can use, you're going to save more than your membership dues in OREA, more than the value of what you spend on an annual basis for that. It's not only dining, it's shopping, it's travel, but it's also big ticket items. I'm noticing more and more people are using this to purchase a vehicle to try to save money that way. If you're refinancing or your son or daughter buying a home, things like that, there are different ways that you can save money. And just on stuff that we do every day, go to the movies, things like that. There's lots of different ways that you can save money out here. So it's, again, free to you. So let's take advantage of that. You can access the My AMBA Discounts program two different ways. One, through their website, or two, on your cell phone or on your iPad, something like that. You'll want to go to myambadiscounts.com on the website on your desktop or your laptop, myambadiscounts.com. Click register here for first-time users. It'll recognize that you're not a regular user and pop up a little pop-up screen. I'm going to show you the website in a moment. You're going to put your email address in there, and then you're going to put the activation code AMBA Savers, AMBA Savers, out there as your activation code. Then you're going to create a profile. That profile does nothing more than help, I guess, narrow down the type of discounts that come to you on a more frequent basis. It doesn't limit you from getting discounts from a wide variety of places, but if you've got pets or you've got grandkids or you like to travel or shop, it's going to kind of narrow those things down and maybe have them bubble up more organically for you to start with. So myambadiscounts.com, AMBA Savers is your activation code. And for those of you who are on the call today, what I will do is I will send you out a job aid that has these activation codes on it, that has the process and things like that for both the website and as well for the mobile site. The mobile site will also help you when you're out traveling around as well. So what I want to point out on the mobile site, and the thing I love about the mobile app, it's not only for your Apple phones, it's for your Android phones. You can get it in the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. It's the Passport mobile app. You see it on the right-hand side of the screen here. It's a little orange skyline, Passport mobile or Passport corporate when you type it in there. Once you download that app, and I'm going to walk you through step by step in a moment so you don't get ahead of yourself. You're going to select other sign-in options, sign in with an activation code. That activation code is the same. It is AMBA Savers. The thing I like about this app, because I do travel quite a bit, it knows where I am. It's geolocated so that if I fly to Florida and it shows that I'm in Orlando, it'll show here's all the restaurants within 25 miles of you, or 5 miles. Or if I'm traveling to Colorado, it tells me along the way where my discounts are. So it's really a kind of a cool app. I'm going to show you a couple of ways that you can use it and show you how to go about it that way. So here's what the app looks like when you sign in. When you register, you're going to come over here and it's going to ask you for your email address. The Passport card number is already going to be filled in. With the Passport program, you don't get a discount card in the mail or anything like that. You can use it online, the codes, it'll show you how to use that. But if you're out with a vendor and it says you can use your card is electronically stored on your app. And I'm going to show you what that looks like in just a moment. So you'll put in your email address, and then you're going to put in other sign-in options. Once you put in other sign-in options, this next screen is going to pop up, and you're going to want to put in sign in with an activation code. So many times we get members who get a little bit ahead of themselves. They get down a pay path where they're wanting to have your bank card and all that kind of stuff. This is free to you. People outside can pay for this, but as an OREA member, you get it for free. So you want to sign in with an activation code. Once you hit that button, you'll put in AMBA Savers. It's not case sensitive. I think it fills it in all caps, but you put in AMBA Savers, and then you hit in sign in, and you complete your user profile over here. Again, you put your information in, where you are, all that kind of stuff like that. Once you've done that, that app is now on your phone, is on your iPad. You can use it wherever you want to. Take it with you. And I'll show you just a few ways you can use it for dining, because that's pretty popular right now. So say you've driven down to DFW and you're looking for a restaurant, and you go in on the app and you press restaurants. You can filter that however you want to. You can put all dining. You can put just American, Asian, different types of pubs, things like that. And say you like the Magic Time Machine. So you hit Magic Time Machine and it pops up and it shows that they have, their offer is 60% off gift certificates. Okay. You would hit the website button and it's going to take you out here and show you what their offer is. You can buy a $25 gift certificate for $6. They have a minimum purchase of $50 at the restaurant. So you could buy 2 of these for $12, hit add to cart, and then you just simply show that gift card in the Magic Time Machine, and you've got $50 worth of food that you can eat there, or gift card certificate off of that type of thing. So that's the easiest way. And most restaurants are like this. They will be where if you're going to save a significant amount of money, you just purchase a greatly reduced gift card and you show that gift card there at the restaurant. Now, there are a couple of other ways that you can use your Passport mobile app for dining. Sometimes you will see a vendor that has used card feature. Now, these used card feature vendors, all you have to do is simply show your card. You press that used card feature and your card will electronically pop up on your cell phone. So you show that cell phone to your vendor. So in this case, is a coffee shop in Austin. They offer 20% discount just by showing the card. You simply show that card and they give you 20% off right there on the spot. It will tell you at the bottom of the offer, it'll say at all of these locations or just the location in Edmond. It will be very specific or tell you where the particular discount code is that you can use, or the restaurant or the particular location. You see over here on the TCBY, it's got a BOGO offer. So usually you'll have a percentage off, 20% or more, or you'll have a BOGO, buy one, get one offer that's off. So that's the way that you can use it for dining for your mobile app. You can use the rest of the app just like the website. And so I'm going to show you the website and kind of show you the different places. And then we're going to go out and based on some of your feedback, I'm going to show you some live demonstrations here in just a moment. Now, what I'm going to show you as we go through here are some offers that are currently out there, Some of them I show you because they're hot deals. Some of them I show you because they change from time to time. The two most popular offers that are out there are Costco and Sam's Club memberships. These are new memberships, not renewal memberships, but they're new memberships, and they change their offer all the time. Sometimes it will be for $24 and you for a membership, and you get like a $10 gift card. Costco in the past has done baskets of food or chicken cupcakes and something like that. You can get that. Just a couple of weeks ago, Sam's was running a special where it was $14.99 for their 1-year membership, plus you got a $10 gift card. So these change all the time, but these are some of the most popular. Even if you already have a membership, you could gift a membership to a son or daughter, something like that. Take advantage of the savings that way. Great for a kid going off to college to give them a Sam's Club or Costco membership as well. Travel and vacations is probably the biggest saver that you're going to find out here. And a lot of you mentioned that you're traveling across the US. I'm going to show you a couple of websites here in a moment, or a couple of vendors on the Passport website that you can use. It's not only travel within Oklahoma, it's across the country and across the world. It's airfare, rent cars, hotels. It is also tickets to events, tickets to theme parks, experiences, tours, cruises. It's all across the board. And I'll show you just some ways that I saved over $200 last week in Florida, just simply by using the Passport program. So again, it makes your dollar stretch further and save the cost of your OREA membership pretty easily. You've been seeing Great Wolf Lodge advertised like crazy all across the TV. They've got 19 locations across the country. You can get up to 30% discount at all of their locations. One down in Grapevine in the DFW area. There's one up in Kansas City. All across the country. A great way to take the grandkids, kids, go up and see that. You can save 30% off there. I'll show you that in a moment as well live. My favorite hotel site is the Passport Travel Services that's available out there. You simply go out and you plug in your city, you plug in the dates, and it will bubble up all of the discounts. It will do it based on best value. You can do it by star rating. You can do it by location. This is a phenomenal way across the board that you can find, if I'm going on a route, if I'm driving up to Colorado, what hotels are along the way. And you can see your savings that way as well. And it will also tell you too, if you are looking for a hotel that says there's a special event in this area, you may not get the best deal. So if you're even planning and you got some flexibility on trip, you can find that as well. But great ways to find your hotel savings out there, whether you're going down to Dallas, going up to Branson, Florida, wherever. This is the best place. I'll show you that when we go live in just a moment. If you're going up to Branson up there to Silver Dollar City, you can get your theme park tickets. If you're staying locally within the Oklahoma City area, there's all type of different discounts off of several tourist attractions there, movie theaters, libraries, museums, things like that. If you're going out to Las Vegas, lots of good hotel discounts. All the shows are discounted out there. If you are going overseas, and I know there's somebody that mentioned that they're going out of country, tickets, TIQETS, you see that kind of turquoise logo there. This is by far the best place I have seen to get your tourist attraction, your museums, your landmarks. Not only do you get discounts off the passes to get in, sometimes they offer front of the line passes that can get you up in front and save you time as well as money on top of that. So there's some discounts out there. If you're looking at going to theme parks, Tickets at Work, and I'll show you that as well, is your best place for theme park tickets all across the country, including Frontier City there in Oklahoma City. They're in the Metroplex, Six Flags, all the water parks, things like that. If you're also looking to make a long weekend of it and go down and watch the Rangers, you can get your Rangers tickets for as little as $5 or $6 down there for those ball games. So Tickets at Work is one of my favorite places to go if I'm looking to do theme parks, looking to do sporting events. That's a great place that you can get information that way as well and discounts that way. If you're looking to just stay at home and shop, there are shopping services across the board. There are a few locally. I'm going to show you how you can change that as being a member of OREA. There are many national offers. Some are clothing related, some are household goods. Others, like I mentioned, are cars and discounts for healthy items like vitamins or dental work, things like that. So there's all different sorts of shopping services across the board out there. One of the biggest and the best, fastest way you can turn around your OREA membership is movie tickets. With the new Top Gun movie that's out there, the new Jurassic Park movie that's out there, all the movie theater chains, you would buy basically a midweek matinee price ticket, and you can use it on Friday nights. So you can save a significant amount of money. Took a family of 4, you're going to pay for your OREA membership in one shot. So I encourage you to go out there and save that money. Again, my wife and I, we were down in Florida, went and saw the new Top Gun movie and basically saved $15 just from seeing that and doing it this way. So great way, again, to stretch your money and to take the family out to a movie as well. If you've got pets, tons of pet savings out there. It's graduation season and Father's Day is coming up. If you're looking at any type of clothes or any type of technology for any of your recent high school or college graduates, Dell, Lenovo, Apple, they have discounts out there. And I'll show you where you can find those from a shopping standpoint. Lots of different household repair things, housewares, things of that nature. Lots of shopping is out here available to you that you can go out. Most of it's online shopping. There are a couple of places like Skechers and some others that you can go into the store, take a coupon in and get an additional 30% off. But most of it's online shopping and pretty easy to do. There are a couple of local places that are in Oklahoma City. The Commonplace Midtown bookstore, they've got 15% off. And so it's a great way if you support a local business, if you like bookstores, which I love going to bookstores, great way to save some money that way. And then there's a touring company called Ride OKC that if you want to take bike rides around in the city, which I don't know why you'd want to do it in July and August because you'd burn up, but it's just a neat way. And they've got different types of rides and things like that. So if you've got to entertain some grandkids that are coming in, it's a neat way to support local and go around and see all the cool stuff in downtown Oklahoma City. So take a look at those two things, some ways to keep it local out there. If you're a foodie and you like to get stuff sent to you, some of these home meal prep programs, they've got several meal prep programs out there for you. They've got steaks, they've got wine, they've got cookies, things that you can gift people, send to yourself, all different sorts of offers out there, ways to try things and take advantage of that. So before we go out live, we get a report every month, just kind of where people click around in the state of Oklahoma. Here's where people clicked around just last month in the state of Oklahoma. Most of them are looking for rent car discounts. And my wife and I had booked a rent car down in Florida last week. It was about $600 for a week. We used our passport savings program through Miami Discounts, and we saved $223. Brought it down to about $380. So it was great. We saved by far the cost of membership there. The other is the Wyndham Group right now is offering 20% off their hotels. And that's everything from your days in and all the way up through the Wyndham chain. So it's a significant savings when you're out on the road. If you've got to stay somewhere for a long period of time, Extended Stay America offers up to 45% for kind of apartment style hotels as well. So let's go ahead and stop sharing here. And let's go out to the website. While I'm doing that, if you want to drop in the chat, a couple of places for us to look at, and I'll take the first couple of people that drop it into chat and say, hey, I'm going to Colorado or I'm going to England. Tell me, what I can find out there. Drop it into chat. This is what your website looks like when you sign on to Miami Discounts. It takes you out to the Passport website, and you'll see you can put in your location where you are. You can put in your location where you want to go. You can type all that in there, and you have several different ways that you can access your benefits. So you can go up here under dining, and you can scroll down and look at just American restaurants in Oklahoma City. Or you can look at groceries and food or meal prep. You can look at all different types out here. So once you click through, it lists all the different restaurants that are available to you within a certain mile radius. You can put that out there. With shopping, it's the same way. If you're looking for cars, boats, looking for clothes, looking for continuing ed stuff, just fun stuff to do, be a lifelong learner, things are out there. Home and garden, healthy things like vitamins, workout facilities, things like that. Your pets, again, your sports and entertainment, tickets and attractions. I'll come back to those in just a moment. The technology, again, if you're looking for Apple products, Lenovo, Dell, things like that, tech and Tech and electronics is where you want to go on your shopping channel. Travel is the same thing. And again, travel is all over the board. We're going to take you there in just a moment, but you can look at cruises. You can look at your airfare. I will tell you, air travel, the only sale I have seen out here on air travel is if you're going to Hawaii. Hawaiian Air has a pretty good discount out there for air travel. Everything local is pretty much just a travel agency service. I haven't seen anything different than going to the air travel sites themselves, the hotels, or excuse me, the airlines. Again, tours and attractions, we'll come out and help you in just a moment. Look at those as we go through in deeper. Then under more, probably the best place you can look at is your tickets out here. If you're looking for concerts, theme parks, things like that. Anytime you've got questions about wellness, insurance, things of that nature, or benefits checkup, David and his team can help you out this way as well. It'll go through that as well. So you also have the tiles down here, just the same way as you've got the drop downs, you've got the tiles here. We'll show you that. It will show you seasonal savings across the board. So if there's any, grilling stuff, summer activities, graduation season, Father's Day, it will show you the newest offers that are out here. Sometimes these offers are based on your profile. If you've got pets or if you're a traveler, that type of thing. My favorite are these hot deals. Again, these hot deals are timed deals, meaning that you see they've got a certain number of time left. This one's got less than 2 days left. And so you click on those and it'll take you to the offer and you can see what's out there available. And again, this is how I got some pretty good rental car discounts. Then you can see just in your area, what restaurants, what shopping, what hotels are available to you as well for discounts. This is not an all exhaustive list. This is just what has bubbled up to the top. And you can see it, your knife and fork, of course, your restaurants, your little handbags, your shopping, your experiences, and then you've got your extended stay Americas that are in the area for your discounts that way. So that's what you've got out there that's available to you. Let's go ahead and look up in the chat real quickly. Someone wanted to see Branson. All right, Brendan, let's go to Branson. All right, so we go in here. See if I spelled it right. Is it O-N? No, it's probably E-N. There we go. All right. So you type in your location, and it's going to pull it up. First of all, just like you saw in Oklahoma City, it's going to have your discounts in the area. Now, it doesn't have a ton of shopping right in the area, but the best place that I like to go to is my hotels in Branson. So I'll go to my hotels in Branson, and I'm going to click on hotels. Now, it knows that I'm in Branson. And so I've got a 300-mile radius. I can shorten the radius out here. If you're wanting some type of a timeshare type place that you can stay, right here is 25% off the Holiday Inn Club vacations. It's that way as well. And then you can see that the extended stay America is up to 50% there. Great Wolf Lodge. Then I'm going to scroll down here. All of your Wyndham hotels. Here's your hotel planner. My internet's working kind of slow right now, so I'm going to stop my video for just a second, see if that'll help speed it up. It's running slow, and I apologize for that. But the hotel planner is probably the best place that you can look up any hotel savings. Then I'll go back and show you where the, so while that's pulling up, again, this will show you hotels all across the country as well. So if you're looking to go to Las Vegas, you've got it that way. And then, all right, so we've got some problems here. Let's see if we can go back and check it out again. Okay, here we go. All right. So this is what happens when you click the hotel planner by Passport. You can plug in here where you want to go. Branson, Missouri. And I'm just going to throw some dates out here. Middle of July. And you can look at car rentals all across the board. I still recommend that you use the discount codes that go through the Passport program. And you're going to see what pops up here, your best savings. It filters it. You can filter it across the board if you want to be near a landmark, if you want to be near Silver Dollar City or somewhere like that. There's a certain address, by price, by stars. So this shows here that you can get what would normally be a $200 a night room for about $100. So you can see where your discount savings are that are out there across the board. So that's one of the best ways to look at it from a Branson perspective. Another thing that you can do from a Branson perspective is go out and look at, let's go look at our tickets out here. Okay, so you go out to more and look at tickets, and I'm in Branson, and it shows you've got the Titanic Museum out here. You've got the movie theaters that are out there as well. Let me go down and find Tickets at Work. Okay, Tickets at Work, again, is my favorite place to get any type of tickets, whether it be theme park, it's where you can get Silver Dollar City tickets out here. And so you can go out and you would look at, choose a city. And I can go down here and hit, and you can search by city. And it will pop up all of the different things that you can get in Branson that way, Brenda. So some of the different museums that are out there. One thing I haven't seen in Branson, which kind of surprised me, unlike Las Vegas, unlike New York, they don't offer a lot of discounts on the actual shows, the entertainers that are in Branson. So that's the one thing I haven't seen out there, but that's the best way that you can get your tourist attractions through Tickets at Work, and then your hotels through the hotel planner. So that's a couple of ways that you can do it that way. And then we're at, Cheryl asked about Fort Lauderdale. All right, Cheryl, let's go out and look at Fort Lauderdale again from a travel perspective. Okay. And so this, we're looking at tickets here. This shows you, you've got 49 offers within 25 miles of Fort Lauderdale. And this was found through the tickets section under the more section. So if you're looking to do some local things there, theaters, Butterfly World, different attractions. And of course, you've got your theme parks that are not too far from there. The same way with travel. If you're looking for hotels, you can do it that way. You can also narrow it down if you want family style resorts, things of that nature. Again, there's a couple of savings places that way. And again, you can go in and look at, there are some fancier hotels around there as well, some nicer resorts. And then you can also look again, as I mentioned, at the Passport Travel Services by a hotel planner. So that's a way that you can find it that way. Okay. So we've talked a lot about places you can go. The search process is pretty much the same. Again, you can put dining, restaurants, things like that. What I want to show you now is how you can recommend a vendor, a restaurant, somebody, a theater, something local to your area. And it does two things. It helps you to save money, but it also helps you to support those local businesses in your community. What you'd want to do whenever you sign on, you want to go to the account feature here. And you want to go to suggest. Suggest feature allows you to suggest a restaurant, to suggest a business, whether it be travel related, shopping, a service like a dentist, like a child care provider, something like that. And the suggestions are designed to then be communicated to from Passport. They will reach out and they will say, hey, one of your local members suggested you to offer a discount. Are you interested? And they have a very simple onboarding process. So you come here to the suggestions and you put it in the dining, shopping, or travel category. And then you fill out the information all about that individual restaurant, individual shopping location. You'll want to put their phone number, their contact information, if they've got a website or an email, anything that you can fill in information. I highly recommend that you do two things, that you let that vendor know beforehand. So if it's a mom and pop restaurant, Mrs. Jones, I love your restaurant. I want to send more people to it, some more retired educators from OREA. Would you mind participating in this program? Sure. And so you put all that information in here. I've talked to Mrs. Jones. She's expecting your call. They will contact them. They'll set it all up and make it available to them. What they usually don't do is go to these national chains, even if they're franchises, because a lot of times those franchisees cannot do anything off menu, for lack of a better term, in terms of discounts or things of that nature. So again, keep it local, keep it to things that, that could benefit from having extra foot traffic in there and ways to make your money stretch a little bit further. So I highly encourage you. I want to see some more folks get out there, because if we get some more in Oklahoma out there, in your local area, some more restaurants, we can publicize this even more. let your local units know. Again, it's another way to make your dollar stretch further and the value of your OREA membership stretch even further. So any questions before we stop on the live website and we wrap it up for the day and let you get back out there today? So if anybody wants to look one more time in chat, put it in chat before I close it out here. Going once, going twice. All right, let me stop sharing. We'll come back to and wrap this up. So again, play around on the website. You can't break it. You're not going to buy anything if you click through for quite a bit. You can play around with it, shop. Things change all the time. I can look on something in the morning, look in the afternoon, a new discount's popped up, something's changed out there. So any questions I can answer, feel free to drop them in the chat. If you don't feel comfortable with that, my email address is john.green@amba.info. If there's anything that David and his team can answer for you about some of the products we've talked about in the past, some of the services, questions you have about certain issues, take your smartphone, open up your camera feature, hover over that QR code, and a little form will pop up, and that form will get back to David and his team right away, and they can take care of you as quickly as possible. Have a great road trip this summer, time out there. Please, 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 Sabre and I are putting together the third quarter education series, and we had some phenomenal recommendations from this group over the past year regarding financial wellness, required minimum distributions. If there's a subject you want us to talk about, please, please, please email me, tell Sabra, tell David. We'll build webinars specifically for OREA to answer those questions that are most pressing on your mind, changes that could be out there to Medicare, changes to different things, how you can stretch your dollars even further. We'll build it for you. Make sure that you're fully educated and up to speed on what's going on. And you have a whole new crop of newly minted retirees in Oklahoma. There's no better way to introduce OREA to those newly minted retirees than to invite them to a webinar. It's a simple way that they can kind of get a feel and a flavor. They can meet Sabra. They can find out about what OREA does on their behalf. Then we can invite them to a local unit meeting, get them involved at the state level as well. So I'm going to wrap it up here and stop recording.